This video will explore the remarkable life and career of Thurgood Marshall, a pivotal figure in American legal history. As part of the resources, we offer moot court and mock trial opportunities focusing on the legacy of Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall's story encompasses his entire life, including landmark cases like Sweatt v. Painter and his eventual confirmation as a Supreme Court justice. Our focus is on advocating justice, specifically Thurgood Marshall's pivotal role in landmark Supreme Court cases that shaped American jurisprudence. We examine the strategic use of amicus briefs in Brown v. Board of Education and explore the impact of these legal arguments in Topeka. Further exploration includes the constitutional justification for Brown v. Board of Education and the lasting impact of Plessy v. Ferguson from 1896. The 1954 Supreme Court case, Brown v. Board of Education, stands as a landmark decision against segregation. Brown v. Board of Education challenged the legality of segregated schools. The Supreme Court ruled segregation unconstitutional, overturning the separate but equal doctrine. Segregationists filed amicus briefs supporting school segregation and the separate but equal doctrine. They argued that segregation did not harm black students. We offer a moot court toolkit for Brown v. Board of Education, designed to facilitate learning about this transformative case. The role of amicus briefs in Brown v. Board of Education was crucial, supported by the efforts of Thurgood Marshall. Sweatt v. Painter is the subject of the World Affairs Council mock trial, a significant case dealing with the integration of professional education. Robert L. Carter, a prominent attorney from New York City, was a key witness. His testimony challenged the inequality of separate legal education. The World Affairs Council promotes global engagement and provides educational programs to foster informed citizens, including moot court and mock trial cases. The mock trial toolkit focuses on Sweatt v. Painter, a 1950 civil rights case that captures the clash between post-World War II momentum and entrenched segregation. We are presenting a moot court kit for the case Sweatt v. Painter, created by the World Affairs Council of Austin. This kit focuses on the landmark 1950 case, Sweatt v. Painter, which challenged segregation in legal education. You can explore the historical files related to Herman Sweatt and his struggle against unequal treatment in the legal system. The kit also includes resources on amicus briefs filed in the Sweatt v. Painter case, highlighting external support for the legal arguments. Discover key documents, such as the amicus curiae brief submitted by the Congress of Industrial Organizations in support of Heman Marion Sweatt. Additional resources examine the legal framework of segregation as it relates to the respondents' arguments in the case. The mock trial goals include understanding the legal arguments, developing oral advocacy skills, and practicing persuasive arguments and rebuttals. Sweatt v. Painter challenged the separate but equal doctrine and involved Heman Marion Sweatt's denial of admission to the University of Texas Law School. Sweatt fought against Texas's attempt to create a separate, unequal law school, directly challenging the principle of segregation in legal education. The Supreme Court unanimously ruled in favor of Heman Marion Sweatt, finding the segregated law school unequal and violating the Equal Protection Clause. Sweatt's ruling was a crucial step towards desegregation and significantly undermined the separate but equal doctrine, paving the way for Brown v. Board. The case challenged the segregation established by Plessy v. Ferguson in 1896, which introduced the, quote, separate but equal doctrine. Key figures include Heman Marion Sweatt and his attorney Thurgood Marshall, whose arguments led to the unanimous Supreme Court decision. The petitioner's arguments focused on the unequal nature of segregated facilities and the violation of the 14th Amendment's Equal Protection Clause. The respondent argued that admissions criteria were race-neutral and that the separate facilities still met constitutional standards. The Supreme Court's unanimous decision emphasized that the newly created segregated law school was unequal to the University of Texas Law School. The court considered the tangible and intangible factors that made the segregated school unequal, including reputation, faculty, and alumni influence. The case involved legal professionals and students from the University of Texas Law School, highlighting the broader legal and academic community involved. The court ruled that the separate law school for black students was inherently unequal, violating the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. The ruling mandated Heman Marion Sweatt's admission to the University of Texas Law School, marking a significant victory against segregation.